So Juwi role in the mining sector is we're focusing on construction and operation and maintenance of renewable energy plants, which can be solar, wind, battery integration. What we've done so far, we're quite successful in the Australia sector, where we build about 4 or 5 plants on the mining site. And the role that we've done as well in engaging in South Africa is we also do product development, so we develop the sites for mining clients in order for them to be able to therefore build the plant and operate and maintenance afterwards. Okay, so the project that we've done recently in the African continent is, first of all, in South Africa, the Pan-African Resources Project, which is a 10 megawatts behind the meter solar plant, grid connected. That's been in operation now for a couple of months. Then we also busy finalizing a 40 megawatts and 8 megawatt battery storage for another mining client, Centermill in Sukari in Egypt. That will be the largest hybrid project in the continent. And we're on the verge of starting a couple of other new projects now for Pan-African associates within the South African industry. So the South African mining sector is at the moment booming in terms of getting into renewables. So the market itself, the mining clients are ready for accepting renewable, and they're forced to for a couple of reasons. I mean, first of all, there is, as you know, load shedding or load curtailment for mining large users. So they have to embrace renewable energy to compensate the risk of load curtailment, to also facilitate for them to have a price predictability in the long term about what the price of power will be, with all the price increase that Eskom will be. And the third point, which is coming from overseas, is there's a big push in Europe for decarbonization. So you've got different types of decarbonization, scope 1, 2 and 3. And the scope 3 is when you decarbonize where your source of minerals or product that you buy is coming from. And all of the automotive industry, as an example, in Europe, are requiring platinum that's come from South Africa, and all of the platinum down here is sustained by coal power. So now they have to get forced to get into renewable. So the mining sector is ready, the legislation is now ready. It's not about regulation and Eskom approval that's still in the process of getting finalized. So the mining, I mean, the energy sector in Africa is under a lot of stress for a couple of reasons. So we see that there is a shortage of power in most of the African countries. There is a shortage of network in most of the African countries. So mining clients can actually help each of the countries to assist into providing less stress onto the network, less stress on the power demand. But that will require interaction between the mining and all the large users, because there's not only the mining, there's other large users, and the regulatory frameworks and utility companies to integrate all of that to sustain the country as a whole. Because if you just, the mining do what they would need to do, you don't sort out the network issue, because the network still, power needs to be distributed in some phases. So it needs to be an integration that the mining sector should help the utility, and the utility should listen to what the mining sector have to say about how to integrate post-vision. What I would like message I would like to convey towards the mining sector is renewable energy is a proven technology. There is many ways of building renewable energy plants. There is solutions which can be fine-tuned and specified for each of the users. So there should then be a risk about the technical point of view. I mean, Juwi as a company can deliver everything from product development to the end of the chain of the operation and maintenance. What I would like to say to them is, like, give us your vision, give us what you want to do in 2, 3, 5, 10 years, what's your ESG goals, and then let us drive together what the next step will be to get to your 2050 goals in terms of ESG requirements. Very interesting, I must say. It was quite a nice topics of discussion. There was a lot of discussion about green hydrogen, new renewables, all the lessons learned from the past in Africa, what went well and what went bad, and how do we reinvent ourselves to carry on the growth in renewable or in the continent, which is quite interesting. So that was very, very nice for me, and understanding what the investor looking forward to and what the risks they're seeing are risk for them, what the risk I see that they need to take care of. That's quite interesting and collaborative discussion, yeah.